Barlinnie's most infamous prisoners and the crimes that rocked Scotland. Part 2. As the 140-year-old jail is earmarked for closure, we're taking a look back at some of its most notorious inmates. Number 4. Anthony Joseph Miller. Miller was the second last criminal to be executed in Scotland, just 19 years old when he was led to the gallows at Barlinnie prison, 3 days before Christmas in 1960. Miller had been convicted of murdering John Cremin at Queen's Park Recreation Ground in Glasgow. Him and his accomplice James Denevan worked together to rob gay men who would not report crimes because homosexual acts were illegal at the time. Denevan would approach victims in park toilets, then lure them to a secluded area by offering a sexual encounter. When the victim was out of public view, Miller would suddenly appear, threatening the victims with violence unless they handed over all their valuables. In a robbery gone wrong, John Cremin was beaten over the head with a wooden plank and eventually died. After being linked to the crime, Denevan confessed to his role and implicated his friend Miller. His last words, "Please mister," were said to have echoed around the room as he fell to his death at the end of the hangman's noose. Since his accomplice Denevan was under 16, he escaped the death penalty. Number 5. Jimmy Boyle. This former gangland enforcer's behaviour behind bars, where he was regularly involved in rioting and attacks on prison guards, saw him branded Scotland's most dangerous man. Boyle waged a one-man war against the prison system and was considered too dangerous to be contained by normal means in the 1970s. He served 14 years for the murder of gangland adversary William Babs Rooney in 1967. Though Boyle has always denied carrying out the killing, he has acknowledged having been a violent and sometimes ruthless moneylender from the Gorbals, which was once one of the roughest and most deprived areas of Glasgow. Now a respected sculptor and novelist, he's spoken about his experiences in the jail, saying last year, "Barlinnie prison destroyed me, but it also made me a better person." Number 6. Hugh Collins. The Glasgow gangland figure and author was once considered one of Scotland's most dangerous prisoners. Collins was expelled from school age 15 and became immersed in gang culture, receiving his first prison sentence before he was out of his teens. He served 16 years of a life sentence for the murder of gangland rival Willie Mooney in a Glasgow pub in 1977. He became known as Scotland's hardest prisoner for attacking and stabbing officers and was kept in isolation and underground cells for long spells and was often beaten by guards. Collins emerged from prison in 1992, having been rehabilitated at Barlinnie's special unit, which helped him and Jimmy Boyle rise to fame for their artwork. He admitted later in life that he felt like a monster after the killing, eventually writing 2 volumes of autobiography and 2 crime novels. The killer-turned-sculptor died in his sleep in 2021, weeks after his 70th birthday.